Hello, birds of the UK and Greater Manchester. We have returned to our Pokémon Sword badge quest to take on the 4th hunt. And today we are taking on a staple of British culture, a bird covered in curry. AKA Shiny Cramorant. I actually didn't know until recently that this curry bird theory is actually widely agreed upon. For this hunt, we would be going big boy mode, doing full odds overworld encounters. However, as with all my hunts, I did change up the rules a little bit further down the line. Also, this video will showcase my trip to the Pokemon Birmingham regionals, as well as taking part in my first IRL Shiny event. So make sure to keep watching to see how that went. Make sure you watch the whole video. Don't skip ahead. Right, let's just crack straight on. Grab your fish and chips. It's gonna be a good one. Hello, it is currently the 6th of January. I have just finished editing the Ponyta video and a video for Adam today, and I've had a few days off hunting just while I get some things in order for the rest of the channel, because I've got some cool plans for the channel this year. I want to try and make a lot more content, so I've just been planning that while I put this on hold for a little bit. We've been snowed in. Didn't end up going to work yesterday because we have been absolutely covered with snow. So I thought today I would spend the time I am stuck indoors to start this hunt. As mentioned in the intro, we're going to be hunting for Cramorant for the sole reason that his shiny reminds me of a meme where a seagull got covered in curry and it was completely bright orange and people mistook it for some kind of new species. That is the sole reason. As you can see, we have made it to Hammerlock, which is kind of like the York of the game in my opinion, or maybe like Edinburgh, probably more likely Edinburgh. So for Cramorant, we're going to be doing overworld encounters as well as knocking out 500 just for the boosted odds. We're not going to be relying on brilliance only, but we've got it there just as a little bonus. In order to speed up the encounters, we can get a Pokemon with Storm Drain, which I believe Shellos can have Storm Drain. I'll have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure it can. And we need to set the date to a time where it is raining, and then we have a 40% chance, I believe 40%, of Cramorant spawning, which is going to mean our encounter is going to be a lot more often, get those numbers up, and should be a fairly chill and easy hunt. So let's get a Pokemon with Storm Drain before we go any further. So I have just run over to Galar Cave number 2, as it's called, and got a Shellos with Storm Drain. Only took 2 Shelloses. I have as well set the date to the 1st of October. I put it back to 2024 because I was worried that if I caught the Pokemon on that date, but it was 2025, I might get banned because it's well, how could you catch it on that date? I don't know, maybe it's something that they just overlook because they realise people might mess with the dates. But either way, I'm trying to be cautious. So yeah, I've set it to the 1st of October, which means that it'll be raining all over the wild area. And with the Shellos at the front of our party with Storm Drain, it means that Cramorant is going to spawn a lot more often. I think it's in Bridgefield. I think Bridgefield is the area we are going to be aiming for. We are. This is very hard to do with one hand. Here we are in Bridgefield, and as you can see, there's lots and lots of Cramorants. It's very hard to do with only one hand. But yes, this is where we're going to be hunting for Shiny Cramorant. So yeah, let's just crack on with it, and I'll come back when something crazy happens. Adam's here. He's got something in a bowl. I started out by knocking out only 100 Cramorants for the boosted brilliant odds. I decided going for 500, just wasn't worth the effort in all honesty. I had no real plans for the rest of the day as we'd been snowed in, and I actually ended up having the weekend off work due to the snow. So I spent the day just hunting and also finishing off some editing. Bonnie man, changing. Oh, bloody Nora! Ending the day on 407 encounters. On the next day, the 7th of January, we ventured into the snowy wastelands to procure some much needed rations, also finding out that my local shop stopped stocking the American Mountain Dew. RIP. After returning back, I did my first stream in the new year, then spent the evening eating yum fish and chips, and just hunting on and off, ending the day on 752 encounters. Whoa, hello, it's currently the 16th of January. I've taken about a week off this hunt just to do some other hunts and get back into the swing of streaming. We left off this hunt on 752 encounters for Cramorant, which is good numbers even though I was hunting quite on and off. This is a very lucrative hunt. There's quite a lot of Cramorant with the right settings, which I need to change the date and time again so we get the rain. But yeah, today is the first Digimon session of the year. It's also Rob's birthday, so I'm going to be going out and playing some Digimon for his birthday. Tomorrow, me and Adam are setting off for the Pokemon Birmingham regionals, so I'll be hunting and recording some of that while we're away. It's just going to be a chill week for the rest of the week, but I'm probably going to try and continue hunting on and off. I feel like I've been neglecting this hunt in favour of other projects at the minute, even though I was saying like these hunts always take ages to come out, and now it's going to take even longer to come out because I'm putting it on hold constantly. And plus Tales of Graces comes out tomorrow as well, and that's going to be in the post. I'm going to have to play that. Let us begin. The birthday boy of Rob the Bob. The day was also the reveal of the Switch 2. So here's my super hype and excited, eccentric, over-the-top reaction. Oh man, this is what's going to happen to your Switch when it comes out. That looks so brittle. Yeah. the new Joy-Cons look nice. As if they just shadow dropped this out of nowhere. Well, I guess it... Yeah, and it does work. That must be a hint at like the mouse function. Because it's meant to have like a mouse laser in it. Is it any game shown? Or just the device? No. No, well, fuck off. I mean, it does look nice. It's probably about as big as a Steam Deck. Is that February or April? Because he said it could be an American day. Let me know, it's real. Yeah, the Switch 2 looks decent, but we literally know none of the important details that would make it a purchase. So I'm not devoting to any kind of solid opinion until I actually see what this thing can do. Oh, we are back home from the gaming. Happy birthday to Rob if you're definitely not watching this. Currently on 1,233 encounters. Obviously while we were out, the Switch 2 became real in real life. And yeah, we're just packing for the trip tomorrow. So it's just going to be a chill night. Probably doing some more editing and just a few more encounters. For the main event this weekend, Birmingham. After returning home for the evening, we began packing our suitcases, preparing for our trip to Birmingham the next day. I did manage to actually get a fair bit of hunting over the course of this day, with a total of 1,433 encounters by the time we had gone sleepy sleep. On the 17th, we were up bright and early for our coach to Birmingham, as Adam, my younger brother, was competing in the TCG side of the Pokemon regionals, and I was going as a spectator. After stopping off for a nutritious breakfast and a quick bev at Spoons, we were on our long journey to the radioactive wastelands of the West Midlands. After arriving in the modern day version of the Blitz, we made our way to the hotel, situated right next to the NEC Convention Centre and the International Airport. See this bougie room. It's got a desk chair. Take it over. That TV is ridiculously big for the size of the room, and we've got a view of the runway. That's pretty good. Hello, we have made it to Birmingham. After a trek through one of the worst city centres I've ever been to. On the coach I got quite a lot of hunting in. We're currently on 1,901 encounters for Cramorant, and we're just going to chill out for a bit in this bougie ass room and then head out to register at the Pokémon thing. Thumbs up, and I might just do a bit of hunting in the hotel room as well. Once registration had opened, we made our way over to the NEC to pick up our wristbands and explore some of the vendors. While in the queue, I managed to get some more encounters in, and eventually we did get our wristbands. When I was called to a staff member who rudely asked, "What's your player number?" I told him I was a spectator. He then gave me an extremely vacant look, as if there was no soul behind his eyes. He gave me my wristband and sent me off without even asking if I wanted the goodie bag, which I did, so I got back in the queue again and got one. On the way back to the hotel, we braved the cold 5-minute trek from the NEC. Like, legit, it was absolutely freezing, and we made a pit stop to the 24-hour Greggs at the arrivals terminal. Seriously, like, it was a godsend. After which we returned back to the hotel. Oh, we're back from one of the most slack set-up registration things I've ever experienced. I bought this goodie bag, we're gonna go through it in a minute, and we also have Greggs. And then I'm going to spend the rest of the night just doing some encounters, and then we've got to be up early tomorrow. Let's just chill out for the night. Game on, gamers. Oh, right, we're all cozy in bed now. Let's go through the stuff that I paid 35 quid for. So first off, actually, it came in this little bag. One of these. That is the thinnest tote bag I've ever seen in my life. Tote bag says Birmingham. Birmingham! Yeah, in case you forget where Birmingham is on the map. Blanket, looks like it's from Wilkinson's or something. Oh man, it's alright. It's not like super thin. And that says Birmingham on it as well. That'll keep me warm on coach, because the coach was freezing today. This literally just feels like felt. I got a coin that says Birmingham on it. I can get a close up on that. Birmingham. And I've got 3 packs of Surging Sparks. These weird packs, let's see if we get anything. Shroodle, dog, big chest, waterfish, technical thing, big dog, monkey man, slack off. Oh, gallery art Feebas. That's the one fish and chips. After chilling down and hunting a bit for the night, I had stumbled across a post from Chazindra, a famous Pokemon commentator, about a shiny hunt event he was hosting at the regionals tomorrow. This was an 81 in 92 odds event only, but luckily I had packed my heart gold with me, so I decided I would take part. We hit the hay as we had an early start the next day, ending the day on 2,099 encounters, putting us at half odds.
Hello, it's the morning of the 18th, I think, and we've just woken up. I'm going to head over to the tournament now. I'm going to continue doing more shiny hunting while I film for Adam, and then I might be going to this shiny hunting event. We'll see. Last night we hit half odds, so hopefully it's not too much longer until we see the shiny orange Birdman.
After waking nice and early for the regionals, we made our way to the NEC and made our way inside the hall. After nearly being stopped by some judge on a power trip, despite us being told by multiple security members we were in the correct queue. Once we were inside and Adam's first round had begun, I immediately started doing more encounters for Cramorant. I was doing some filming for Adam's own YouTube channel and his experience at the regional, so if you're interested in that or want to see how he got on, I'll leave a link to his video in the description.
So it's currently Adam's third round. Managed to hunt a little bit. Currently on 2,415 encounters. I have been handed a quest by Perrin to hunt down some Pokemon. So I'm going to go do that. There was also another quest that involved like loads of stuff. Like doing loads of challenges and like playing the TCG and stuff. So I'm not doing that. I'm just doing the easy one.
The photo quest was literally impossible. I got every Pokemon on the card except for Decidueye. I looked everywhere. I looped the hall about 5 times. It literally didn't exist. After failing that side quest, I did a little bit of shopping at the vendors before making a quick pit stop to the hotel to drop off my spoils and get Adam some lunch.
Quick hotel pit stop. Adam is currently 1 win, 2 ties. So a quick pit stop. Right, let's get back out there.
I kept hunting non-stop as Adam continued his rounds, but he ultimately ended up dropping by the 6th round. Again, go watch his video if you want to see why. We then sat around together waiting for the 81-92 shiny hunting event to begin. I won't lie, I was actually kind of nervous. It was my first time doing something like this, and this was my first time meeting any of these people. I only had 1 game with me, and I was legit contemplating not taking part, but ultimately, I'm glad that I did. It was a lot of fun. I didn't really talk much. I'm not shy particularly, just not a very chatty person, but the event was great, and I want to thank Charlie again for setting this up. We did actually end up finding 2 shinies during this 1 hour we had to hunt, a Shellos and a Fro.
Shiny Shellos! Oh, what? Are you joking? Shiny Shellos! 22 encounters. Shiny Shellos! Oh my goodness!
You're shaking!
You've got one!
We did get one!
What did you get? Oh wow!
Got
That's 2.
I think shiny!
I was doing a triple hunt on my heart gold for a shiny starter. I actually reset my save file in order to do this. Because I only had one game, I really wanted to maximize as much as I could and contribute as much as I could to the hunt. I'll leave a link to Charlie's video in the description if you're interested in seeing a more in-depth video about the event. In the end, I'm really glad I did go along, and I honestly can't wait to do more IRL shiny hunting events in the future.
We found 2 shinies and a total of, any guesses?
I reckon 8,000.
8,000? 3.5? 3.5?
5,000.
Huh? 5,000. Bang on. 3,586 total encounter, just under half Other or whatever. Thanks so much, thanks for. Did we have fun?
Yes.
Do we want to do this at a future event?
Yes.
Well, fantastic. And we had about 20 people here, something like that. And we had multiple consoles. Well, very nice. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Congratulations, Shiny Throw and Shiny Shellos. Congratulations to Ace for the Shiny Shellos. Congratulations to Daniel for the Shiny Throw. Fantastic stuff.
After bidding our goodbyes, we returned to the hotel and ordered a succulent Chinese meal for our tea.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
And getting some well-deserved rest. Ending the day on 2,608 encounters for the curry bird.
Yeah, I also got a big Goomy plush, I forgot to show him. And the lip wick is for Carl. But yes, good night. Hello. It's the 19th of January. I said we were going into Birmingham today, but we're actually going to go tomorrow because we've got like 6 hours to kill tomorrow. So we're going to go back to the convention today, and Adam's going to do some side events, and I'm probably just going to do some hunting and all that. So yeah, let's do that.
Originally on the Sunday, we had planned to go into the city centre for the day, but decided to go back to the regionals as Adam had a side event ticket he still had to use. So while he was doing that, I was hunting non-stop. I was going beast mode. I sat down in the VGC area, which was pretty dead now, and leached the NEC's power. We crossed the 3,000 encounter mark, and after Adam had finished his side event, we had one last look around the vendors before heading out.
Adam got Shiny Hollow.
Shiny Shadow Hollow. In Hollow Raid Day, we took a screenshot.
Our first ball. It's now purchasable.
However, we had left someone behind. My number clicker. In our rush to get to the vendors before things got busy again, I'd left it on the table I was sitting at and didn't notice until much later that night. Luckily, I did note down my encounter number on my app, but this was still a heavy loss. RIP little clicker, you've served me well. I just ordered some more on Amazon that night. We had a pretty chill night back at the hotel. Didn't really have to be up early for the coach or anything. So had a big boy staying up late kind of night.
Oh, hello, it's the end of the day. I've got this little Pikachu man as my last final purchase from the regionals. I said yesterday I was probably going to sum up my thoughts in the voiceover, but obviously we went back again today. So I'll probably sum up my thoughts now in the voiceover.
Hello, this is Tom in editing again. I completely forgot to sum up my thoughts about the regionals in the voiceover. I thought it was good. I thought EUIC was a lot better and a lot better planned. There was a lot more to do. The regionals just felt a bit lacking. Well, for spectators anyway. But yeah, it was alright. I like the shiny hunting event, but that was independently planned.
I'd like to see more independent, like fan-made vendors rather than just official stuff, but it'd be like trying to get blood from a rock when it comes to Game Freak and selling unofficial stuff. We're ending the day on 3,148 encounters, I think. We're nearly at odds. I'll probably hit odds tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, then definitely later in the week. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to be going into Birmingham waiting for the coach, which isn't till 6 PM, so we're not getting home till about 10:30. So it's going to be a long day. Should hopefully be fairly chill. Thank you from Pikachu and the Sky Tree, and over here is Goomy. Good night.
Today is the day that we fly back to Yorkshire. Oh, there's a plane coming in. But except we're not flying, we're taking a coach that costs 12 quid. Oh god, it's time to go home. I've lost my clicker! I've lost it.
The 20th was home time for these two Yorkshire lads. We spent the day exploring the blast zone known as Birmingham City Centre, but I didn't film too much. Honestly, one of the worst city centres I've ever experienced, and I went to university in Bradford. I bought a few bits and bobs, but once the coach arrived, I was settling down for the long drive ahead, just hunting as much as I could, without my clicker and just counting on my app on my phone. We ended up getting home quite late, so we just went straight to bed, ending the day and this trip as a whole on 3,437 encounters.
Hello, we are back from Birmingham, Wingle. Last night, I think on the coach, we hit 3,437 encounters for Mr. Cramorant. Got some new clickers arriving today. Streaming today as well, back to streaming, but also this has just arrived as well. So I am still going to be hunting. I'm not putting the hunt completely on hold like I did when Trails Through Daybreak came out during the Omega Ruby quest. But I think going forward, I'm just going to be hunting. I'll basically come back whenever something significant happens, or if we get the shiny, kind of like an Odd Mons video. But yeah, so we're just going to be cracking on. I'm also going to show you a little like clip in a second of all the stuff I got from the Birmingham Regional. Just going to be cracking on with the rest of the week. Nothing significant happening, just doing encounters, and yeah, I'll bring you back if something interesting happens.
After this day, I actually didn't film very much, but I was hunting a lot. I didn't have anything interesting to film, so I felt like the video would have gotten quite dull had I actually filmed, but I also wanted to make sure we got this hunt done before our trip to the EUIC at the end of February, because I actually have a specific hunt planned for that trip for the badge quest. Over the course of the next week, we hit 5,000, 6,000, and eventually over 7,000 encounters, still with no shiny. I know, it's quite common to go over odds, but I kept getting that shiny doubter mindset. Is the game broken? Is it still shiny locked? And this doubt got the better of me. So on the 30th of January, I started a new plan for my hunting method.
Hello, it's currently the 30th of January. Been just over a week since I did my last recording, but I have been hunting constantly for this Cramorant in the meantime, just not doing any filming. And the other day we went over odds, and we are still very much over odds on our way to 2 times odds. I've decided that I'm going to bring in the big guns. I'm going to start double hunting, or at least hunt in between. I am going to try and borrow a copy of Pokemon Sword from my friend Rob today. The only difference is that this game has the shiny charm, or the save on this Switch has the shiny charm, which will mean the odds are 1 in 1365 if we do find it on this Switch. I have already knocked out 100 Cramorants, so we get the boosted odds for the Brilliance as a little bonus. We're basically just switching to a game with better odds, and then we'll be trading it over. Obviously, this goes against badge quest rules. It doesn't matter, basically. It's my hunt. I'll do it how I want. In the Omega Ruby hunt, there was plenty of times where I did stuff against the rules, blah, 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 who cares? Only problem is, on this save, obviously it's a completed save, the Cramorants are all level 60. So if we do get the shiny on this and trade it over, that Cramorant is not going to want to obey us for a while. So I guess that's kind of like the downside to hunting with better odds. But that's the quick update. We're going out today to play Digimon, so I'll probably do some filming today.
We set off for the day, and I was feeling a lot more hopeful about getting this hunt done soon. I know it's common to go over odds, etc., but there was a lot weighing on my mind about this hunt, especially the fact I hunted all those Pumpkaboos in the previous hunt in the wild area, and they were shiny locked, so I still had my doubts about that. And there's not really any solid information online about when this lock actually gets removed. It's almost as if they just shouldn't do it in the first place. But luckily I didn't have to wait much longer. After destroying Rob at Digimon and making him cry, stealing his copy of Pokemon Sword, I actually didn't end up needing it, because on the bus home, this curry-stained bird finally decided to appear.
Found the shiny on the bus. So I'll probably sort it when we get home. There he is, finally. 7,710 encounters. Very nice.
Yes, it was on my shiny charm save, but I don't care. I got it. After a grueling bus ride home, I finally got this guy in a Pokeball.
Right. There we are. I don't know how much you heard of me on the bus, but I was just chilling and chatting with Rob on the bus, and this guy decided to appear. Bloody hell, finally. Like, I have been hunting this thing, like, for 2 solid weeks. Every bit of spare time I have had, I have hunted this thing. I haven't played any other games, I haven't done any drawing. Like, other than streaming, this is all I have been doing. So, on the actual sword game itself, this is my other sword save file. This is not the badge quest file. This is the one with the shiny charm, with the reduced odds. And that was 312 encounters, but when we add that all together with the 7,398 encounters from my badge quest file, that gives us a total of 7,710 encounters for this shiny Cramorant. I am just so glad that this is over. Let's catch this lad. Nice. Netball. Not bad. Right, so, nickname. We're going to be calling this guy OK Computer after the Radiohead album, because there is a song on that album called Paranoid Android, and that reminded me of how there is actually an Android version of Cramorant with the Cramomatic, so I think it fits quite well. You can't enter that name. What? Oh, is it because of the 2? Is it because it's the name of an album? What? Wait, what? Oh, God's sake. I'll have to rename it later. Okay, so it's not going to let us do OK Computer, so let's see if it'll just let us do Radiohead. Because I definitely don't think it's going to let us do Paranoid Android, even if it would fit. There we go. Don't know why it wouldn't let us do it OK Computer. Right, let's get this guy over to the badge quest save file. I can actually set the date back to the real date. Right, so nature guess, Adam.
Mild.
I'm going to say bold. Naughty. So what's that? Minus attack plus special defense. Or is it red? Which one's which?
I think red is the increase, blue is the decrease.
I don't know.
So plus attack minus special defense.
I took a chill night after all that hunting and would return to get my badge another day.
Hello, it's currently the 5th of February. It's been just under a week since we got the shiny Cramorant. I've had other things to do, other videos to work on, so I had this quest on hold for a little bit, but today I've got a bit of free time now, so we're just going to crack on and get this badge, and then we can move on to the next hunt. Let's just crack on, get to the next town, and get to the next badge, because this hunt has felt way too long, like much longer than it needed to be.
After listening to Sonia yap for a bit and making our way across Route 6, it wasn't long before we made it to Stow-on-Side. Honestly, the only town in the game that does not feel very British, like it doesn't fit the rest of the game's aesthetic at all. I made my way quickly to the gym, did the annoying Chim challenge battle with awful controls, and took on the best gym leader in all of Galar, B. This fight was actually not too bad. The fact Cramorant kept disobeying and falling asleep was very annoying, but we managed to pull through in the end with Rapidash. Well, 4 badges down, we are now halfway there, peeps. This was a rollercoaster of a hunt. While this video makes it seem quite short, and in reality, time-wise it actually was, it sure as hell didn't feel like it. This wasn't really a tedious hunt. If anything, it was pretty chill, but just all the doubt and the deadline I had defo didn't help. Luckily, I don't have any other deadlines set for this quest. Definitely not. I want to say thanks again to my younger brother for actually taking me on this trip to the regionals, because I was skint at the time and he pretty much paid for everything. And thanks again to Charlie, aka Trazindra, for hosting the 8192 hunting challenge. I really hope there's another one at the UIC. If you haven't already, make sure you hit like and subscribe. if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to check out some of the other videos, including the other videos in this quest series. And let me know in the comments what shinies have you gotten lately, or what are you hunting at the minute? I would actually really love to know. I want to try and like be more community involved this year. Thanks for watching, peeps. Hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the uninhabitable wasteland and inner workings of my mind. Have a good one, and remember to always check your blanket to remember where you are. In a bit, peeps.
Nightmare. It's me nightmare.